This is RD Sharma Solution, class 12th, chapter 1 relation, multiple choice question MCQ we are looking at. The first question is, let R be a relation on set N given by, so this R is given by, relation is always a condition, so this is A comma B, and where this A is equal to B minus 2 and B has to be greater than 6. Greater than 6. And the important part is this is on natural number. Natural number are counting numbers. So there are 4 options. So I'll just take one of them and let us see whether the condition is followed or not. So if I put 3 and 8, because A will take as 3, B will take as 8. So A, 3 equals 8 minus 2. This is going to be 3. 3 is not equal to 6. So 3, 8 is not true. Take one more option, 6, 8. A we are going to put as 6 and B we are going to put as 8. So 6 equals 8 minus 2. 6 is equal to 6. So that means the C is correct one. If a relation R is defined on the set Z, Z is integers as follows. So this is given as A square plus B square equals 25. So the domain of R is. Now I just want to take you to VSAQ, very short answer question. And the first question of VSAQ is exactly similar to this one. So we have already discussed that in stretch and you know how to do that, or otherwise you will refer to it. Question number 3. R is a relation on the set Z of relation. The integers and it is given by x, y belong to R, and this is implying x minus y is less than equal to 1. R is a 4 options are given, so we'll just take one by one. We'll take one by one. Reflexive, I'm taking, what do you have to do? Put y as x. So x minus x, and mod is what? This is 0. 0 is less than equal to 1. So this is true. This is reflexive. So first, there are different options. So first is true. Means reflexive we have made it as true. So we'll check for all these 3. Then we'll see which options we have to choose. The second one is symmetric. Symmetric means what? This is reflexive. This is symmetric. Symmetric is, I'm just changing x as y, y as x. So x minus y, y minus x. Since this is a modulus, that is, we have a mod sign here. That means y minus x can be written as negative of x minus y. So mod of negative value will be positive. You can always write it as minus 1 into x minus 1. Minus 1 you can take out. Minus 1 mod is plus 1. So these two are exactly similar. That is, if this xy holds, yx also hold. So that is how this 2. So we can see that it is reflexive also, symmetric also, but we'll not get to the conclusion because we have to check for transitivity also. So transitivity, this is x, y, z with 3 we are taking, x and y. So at mod of x minus y less than equal to 1, mod of y minus z is less than equal to 1. So x minus y, there is no possibility from here whether we can find out x minus z is less than equal to 1 or not. X, because x minus 1 is x minus y is less than equal to 1, y minus z is less than equal to 1. It is not always true that x minus z will be less than equal to 1. X minus z will, we don't know that. I'll just give you a kind of guess. How do I find out? Take it as 1. X minus y equal to 1, y minus z equals 1. I'm taking as equal. So just add these two. We get x plus x minus z equals 2. Now just add this less than equal to. I'm just taking a kind of way we can understand this. x minus z is less than equal to 2. It is not less than equal to 1 still. So we know that this is not transitive on z. Since there is a gap from 1 to 2, because previously x minus y less than equal to 1, y minus z is less than equal to 1, but what we are getting here is x minus z is less than equal to 2. So there is a slight gap, and this gap made us understand that this will not always be transitive. This may be transitive, I don't know, but it will not be always transitive. So B is the correct answer. Question number 4 here. The relation R defined on the set A. I'll write the relation. First, let me just write it here. A comma B. This is modulus A square minus B square is less than 16. This is given by. So the answer is none of these. What we'll do here is, the set A is what we'll take from. The set is given already. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set B will always A only, because we are dealing with A cross A. So same thing. My handwriting is not good, so kindly deal with it. What can I do? Anyways, A is this, and the B is also A. I'm just writing it as B just to show you that we are taking A cross B. Here A and B are same. I'm squaring it now. 1, 4, 9, 16, 15. I'm squaring it, because we'll not be dealing with actual set. We will be dealing with A square minus B square. But when we'll be writing the answer, we will be writing the set values, not the squared value. This is square value just for this expression or the condition which is being provided in this question. So now I'm going to take one by one. 1 minus 1, I'm taking A square and B square. 1 minus 1, 1 minus 4, 1 minus 9, 1 minus 16, and 1 minus 25. Similarly, 4 is taken, and this will be this all on the B dash will be subtracted from here. 4 minus 1, 4 minus 4, 4 minus 9, 4 minus 16, 4 minus 25, like this. Similarly, 9 also, 9 minus 1, 9 minus 4, 9 minus 9, 9 minus 16, 9 minus 25. So all this you have to do. Now why I am writing all these, you will just see. Just see, because this kind of question will be, these are given in MCQ, but this will take some effort. So 16 all I have written, and then 25 minus 1 till 25 minus 25. Now you see here that all these, I'll take the first row here. Other I would like you to do. Mod is there. Please remember that this is modulus. Modulus has to be less than 16. 1 minus 1, 0. Less than 16. 1 minus 4, minus 3, minus 3. So minus 3, it is not 4, minus 3 it is. I have just miswritten. 1 minus 9, minus 8, so it will be positive 8. 1 minus 16, minus 15, positive 15. 1 minus 25, the positive 24. Okay, so which all is less than 16? 0, 3, 8, 15, 24 is not there. So I will just take 1 and 2 from here. 1 and 5 from here, sorry. 1 and 5. Not 1 and 2. 1 and 5 from here. Because 1 and 5, the subtraction was 24. Here, 25 minus 1, 25 minus 4, like this. So 24, please remember it is all modulus. So there are two mistakes here. 4 I've written it is 3, and this 1 minus 24 we have to take as 1, 5. So 1 comma 2 which I have written has to be taken as 1, 5. Now see here, 24, 21, 16, which all is less than 16? Only 0 and 9. 24 is not, because 24 is not less than 16. 21 is not less than 16. 16 is not less than 16. Only, so it's not less than 16. So we just cancel it out. 9 less than 0. So how do we take this? 5 and 4. 25 minus 16. 5 and 4 we are going to take. Here we are going to take 5 and 5. So this is 5, 4, and this is 5, 5. So I hope you got an idea. Means 1 and 5, first one was there. Then the last one which I took as 5, 4, 5, 5, you have to add in between. And since when you add all these, you will see that this is not the option in this question. So none of these is the answer. Question number 5. Let R be the relation over the set of all straight lines in a plane such that L1 related to L2. How they are related? L1 is perpendicular to L2. One line is perpendicular to the other one. Perpendicular means both lines are intersecting at an angle of 90 degrees. Then we will say they are perpendicular. So one line, can a line be perpendicular to itself? No. A line can be parallel to itself. It cannot be perpendicular to itself. So this is not reflexive. Second one, symmetric. So one line is perpendicular to another one. This is L1, L2. So that second one will also be perpendicular to the first one. This is symmetric. True. Transitive. One line is perpendicular to another one. The third line is perpendicular to the second one. Are they parallel? No. Are they perpendicular? No, they can be parallel. So this is not transitive. So it is only symmetric. Question number 6. If A, B, C, then relation R equals B, comma C on A is. So there will be a concept which is coming. We already discussed it while in the previous exercises. Relation, only one thing is given. Only one ordered pair B, comma C. B, C, since if we want this to be reflexive, A, B, B, C, C has to be there. So it is not reflexive. It's not reflexive. Symmetric, if BC is there, CB should also be there. It is not, so it is not symmetric. Transitive, we need third element. Since we just have B, comma C, we don't have, say, if for example BC, CA was there, we can say BA is not there or BA should be there. Since we are only given B, comma C, how can we decide whether it is transitive or not? So by default, we assume it to be transitive. This is the concept you need to learn. We assume it to be transitive. Question number 7. Let A equals 2, 3, 4, 5, 17, 18. A is 2, 3, 4 and this goes up to 17, 18. There is an equivalence relation. The symbol of this equivalence relation is like this. A line over this we have a tilde. Okay, this is this symbol will be the equivalence relation of A cross A, Cartesian product of A with itself, and this is defined by AB is equivalent to CD if AD equals BC. If AD equals BC, so only when AD equals BC, these two will be equivalent. Let me just write the condition of equivalency. AD, that is the multiplication of the extremes, equals the multiplication of the internals. Let us see the answer here. How to get this? The trick here is just multiply, because if you actually do the way I told you, you have to write from 2 to 18, then other 2 to 18, find all the combination. That is very time taking, cumbersome. Best way is to take these 2 and just multiply with the natural number. 3 into 1, 2 into 1, 3, 2. This is 3, 2. 3 into 2, 2 into 2. So what do you get? 6, 4. 3 into 3, 2 into 3. So what do you get? 9, 6. 3 into 4, 2 into 4. What do you get? 12 and 8. 3 into 5, 2 into 5. What do you get? 15 and 10. 3 into 6, 2 into 6. What do you get? 18 and 12. 3 into 7, 2 into 7. What do you get? 7 is 21 and 14. So 21 and 14. Because 21 is not in the set, so we outrightly deny it. So we will take from 3, 2, 6, 4, 9, 6, 12, 8, 15, 10 and 18, 12. So why did I do this? Because AD equals BC. Let me take an example. You take any of this. 3, 2. If it is equivalent to 6, 4, then 3 into 4 equals 2 into 6. So 3 4s are 12, 2 6 are 12. So you can write 12 as 2 into 6. and 2 into 6 is already there. You can cancel 2. You can cancel 2. So 6, this 6 equals 6. You can also cancel 3 also. 6 ones are 6. You can cancel both of them. So they are equivalent because 1 is equal to 1. They both boils down to the same thing. Question number 8. Let A equals 1, 2, 3. The number of relation containing 1, 2, 1, 3 which are reflexive and symmetric but not transitive. Okay. So A set is given as 1, 2, 3. And this is also given that 1, 2 and 1, 3 is already there. So number of relation containing this which are reflexive and symmetric and not transitive. First it has to be reflexive. So 1, 2, 3 is there. So you have to add 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 in order for them to be, or for this relation to be reflexive. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 you have to add. We added this. Coming to symmetric. Symmetric is what? 1, 2 is there. 1, 2 is there. So you have to add 2, 2, 1. 1, 3 is there. You have to add 3, 1. What I'm trying to suggest here is, in order to make it symmetric, 1, 2 is there. That is AB is there. BA should be there. 1, 3 is there. 3, 1 should be there. Right? Now, since all this we have taken, and this is reflexive and symmetric, but you will see, I guess we have discussed in the previous questions also, it is not transitive. You can try any of these. It is not transitive. It is not transitive at all. Question number 9. So the relation is like this. R equals xy. Xy belongs to z. This is belonging to the integers. And x square plus y square is less than or equal to 4. Please remember, x square plus y square is not equal to 4. It is less than or equal to 4. Here, the things will change. If it would have been x square plus y square equals 4, things were different. The answer would be different. We have to find out the domain of R. So x will tell you the domain. Y will tell you the range. This is the question. What do you do now? X square, because you have to find out the value of x, you can write x square as 4 minus y square, because x square plus y square is less than or equal to 4. Always think that x square plus y square equals 4, but remember that it is less than, and second thing you have to remember is x and y has to belong to the z. Z means integers. So x square can be written as 4 minus y square. So we have to see what all values of x are possible, and what all values of x are possible is the domain, right? So what we'll do, this is less than or equal to, don't make it as equal, otherwise things will change. X square equals 4 minus y square. Now I am taking y equals, see, y is 0, I am putting y as 0. So x square is less than or equal to 4 minus y square, 4 minus 0, that is 4, 2 square, or you can say that even if you equate, you shouldn't equate. First thing is clear. I'm just saying that even if you equate, it will be plus minus 2. You have to see whether it is less than or equal to, or if you want to find out, you can equate it. So x square less than or equal to 4 minus, now I'm putting y as plus minus 1. So you get 3. So you won't equate it. Why don't you equate it? X square 1, because of this 1 plus minus 1. So it is defined. X square is defined, but x equals root say 3. Just take it as 3. So it will be something 1.732. But still less than or equal to sign is there. Less than or equal to sign is there what? Because we need an integer. 1.732 is not an integer. So you have to take 1, because x is only possibility is 1. Less than or equal to, just less than or equal to. 1.732 is not an integer. You have to take 1. Now coming to putting y as plus minus 2. Y as plus minus 2. So put it here. This is 4. So x square less than or equal to 0. What do you get? X equals, it will be 0 only. It will be 0 only. Okay, till here it is okay. Now, let us put y equals plus minus 3. And here it will fail. Y equals plus minus 3. X square is less than or equal to 4 minus 3 square. It's 4 minus 9. It's minus 5. So this is not possible, because whatever you take x square, whatever value you put in x, it is an integer. It will always be on the positive side of the number line. It will always be on the positive side, right? So what do you see here is this here, the condition breaks. It's not possible. So when you get plus minus 2, plus minus 1 and 0, this is the domain. So 0 plus minus 1 I am taking here. So minus 1 on the left hand side, plus 1 on the right hand side. Then plus minus 2. So plus 2 here, minus 2 here. So let me just make a round here just to indicate that this is the domain which we found out. This is the domain which we got. This is your answer, right? Question number 10. A equals 1, 2, 3, B equals 1, 4, 6, 9. R is a relation from A to B defined by X is greater than Y. The range of R is. So X has to be greater than Y. The range is all the values in the ordered pair. First value will be domain. The second value will be range. Let us write the set here. Set is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. B set, because it is given that it is B set, 1, 4, 6, 9. 1, 4, 6, 9. So what range will come? First, let us see the ordered pairs. 1 is not less than 1. 1 is greater than, not greater than 1. 1 is not greater than 4. 1 is not greater than any of these. Any of these. 2 is greater than 1. So 2, 1 you will write. 2 is not greater than any of these. Now, leave. 3 is greater than 1. Yes, just write 3, 1. And 3 is not greater than 4, 6, 9. So only this is the relation. This is the relation. So 2, 3 will be domain. The first member I am taking. And 1, 1, 1, 1. That is only 1 will be the range. So range will be 1 only. Question number 11. A relation R is defined from 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3, 6, 7, 10. And it is related to X, R, Y. That is, X is relatively prime to Y. Now this again, the question we have already done relatively prime. This question already done in our 9th question of VSAQ. You can just follow there. You can go there and you can just have a look. But I'll just tell you, two numbers are co-prime when the greatest common divisor is 1. That is, they cannot divide both the numbers, or there is no number which can divide both of them. Only one can divide. So let me write it here. The first one is 2, 3, 4, 5. The second one, which is B, or you can say set B, is 3, 6, 7, 10. Now X and Y has to be relatively prime. So you have to choose only those values. I'll just take one of these, say 2, 3. Now 2, 3, there is no other number which can divide both of them except 1. So 2, 3 you can take, 2, 6 no, 2 can divide, 2, 7 you can take, 3, 3 no, 3, 6 no, 3, 7 you can take, 3, 10 also you can take, 4, 3 you can take, 4, 6 is not possible because 2 can divide them, 4, 6, 4, 7 you can take, 4, 10 no, 2 can divide it. Now 5, 3 you can take, 5, 6 you can take, 5, 7 you can take, 5, 10 they will be divided by 5. So this is the final answer. The domain will be what? All the first values take. 2, domain will be all the x values or a values of a comma b, or x values of x comma y. So 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the domain. This is the only domain. First values you can take. Question number 12. A relation 5 from C to R is defined by x, 5y implies mod of x equals y. Which one is correct? Now this C is complex number. C set is a complex number. R is real number. And this is defined as x, 5y implies mod of x equals y. Now, since x is a complex number, we are not talking about negative values becoming positive. This is not positive, negative making. This is a proper conjugate, or sorry, the value which is coming out of a complex theory, and that is going to be the modulus. I'll tell you how to find out the modulus. The modulus of this 2 plus 3i is 2 square plus 3 square under root. And it has to be equal to 13. Is it equal? 2 2s are 4 and 3 3s are 9. So you get under root 13, which is not equal to 13. So it fails. Second one is given as 3 5 minus 3. Now 3, how to write this? 3 plus 0i, you can write like this. What is the value? Under root 3 square plus e 0 square, that is the modulus. So this also fails because 3 is not equal to minus 3. Third one, 1 plus I. So you take, this is phi 2. So 1, this is 1 square plus 1 square. So you get under root 2. Under 2 is not equal to 2. So this also fails. Fourth one we take. Fourth one is, this is only I. I can be written as 0 plus I. So you take 1 from 0 from here, 1 from here. 0 square plus 1 square. This is going to be under root 1, and under root 1 is 1. So 1 is equal to 1. So this this is true. The fourth is the correct answer. D is the correct answer. So we have a relation. Let R be a relation on N defined by x plus 2y equals 8. The domain of R is. So VSAQ, we have already done this question. VSAQ question number 5 it is. Let me write it here. This we have already done. So this is the fifth question of VSAQ. So let us discuss this. First is N is a natural number. Natural number we always start with 1. Not 0 is not allowed here. So x plus 2y equals 8. So x will decide the domain, y will decide the range. So what do we need? X equals 8 minus 2y. 8 minus 2y, that means we'll put the value of y and try to find out the value of x. Okay, so x and y both are natural numbers, so we cannot start y with, we have to start y with 1. So what do you get? Y equals 1, x will be 8 minus 2 into 1, that is 6. Y equals 2 now. X equals 8 minus 2 into 2, 8 minus 4 is 4. And then y equals 3, x equals 8 minus 2 into 3, that is 2. Y equals 4. So the natural number 1, 2, 3 we are starting. That is why we are putting y as 1, 2, 3. X is going to be the domain. X equals 8 minus 2 into 4. That is going to be 0. And this is not allowed. A natural number 0 is not allowed. Because 0 if you include with 1, 2, 3, it will be a whole number. So it fails. So 2, 4, 6 are the only possibilities. What are the possibilities, or what is the domain? 2, 4, 6 only. Question number 14 here. Let R is a relation from 11, 12, 13 to 8, 10, 12 defined by y equals x minus 3. So we have to find out R inverse. So first let us find out R, then we'll just reverse the order of the pairs. So y is given as x minus 3. Let us make this set. I told you already how to do this. Make these two sets. Diagrammatically, geometrically, it's easy to decipher. We have 11, 12 and 13. Then 8, 10 and 12. Y equals x minus 3. So this is y x minus 3. So just subtract 3 from the first one. See whether it has the answer in the second one or not. 11 minus 3 is 8. Yes, so 11, 8 is the combination. 11, 8 is the pair of our relation. And not any of the other will not be coming. 11 minus 3 will only be 8. Because 12 minus 3, it will be 9. 9 is not there, so you won't get. 13 minus 3, you get 10. This is 10. So you have This is 13 and 10. These are the only two ordered. These are the only pairs. R inverse is what? Just change the pair. This 11, 8. Make it as 8, 11. And this as 10, 13. Right. So answer is A. Question number 15. R is given as, the set is also given. Set is A, B, C. And the relation R is AA, BB, CC, AB. AA, BB, CC, and ABE. Then R is, there are four options being provided here. What is the answer? So AA, BB, CC only, if it would have been, then it would have been only identity relation. Since AB is also there. If AA, BB, CC, only identity. Reflexive. AA, BB, CC is already there. A is related to A, all elements are related to itself. That means this is a reflexive one. Symmetric. Symmetric we have done. Now this reflexive is quite okay. Symmetric, AB is there, BA is there or not? No. So it is not symmetric. Antisymmetric. Antisymmetric what means? If AB is belonging to this relation and BA is also belonging to this relation, then A should be equal to B. A should be equal to B. So how to equate this? So this is not antisymmetric either. This is only reflexive. Question number 16. A is given as 1, 2, 3. B equals 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3. This be a relation on A. Then R is. Okay, let us see here. A is given as 1, 2, 3. And B is, the relation is B. A cross A, the relation found is B. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is not there. It is not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Symmetric. Symmetric. 1, 2, 2, 1 is not there. So it is not symmetric. Fails at 1, 2 only. Transitivity. Transitivity says AB is there, BC is there, AC should be there. So 1, 2 is there, 2, 3 is there, 1, 3 should be there. Do we have 1, 3? Yes, we have 1, 3. So this is transitive. So C is the answer. 17th. Let R is the largest equivalence relation on set A and S is any relation on A, then. So please try to understand, R is the relation and this is the largest equivalence relation, biggest relation we have. So most of the relation will be the subset of this relation. But we have to prove why this S, which is another relation, this S is also a relation on A. So S is also a relation on A. So in this A cross A, we have a relation. Same on this A cross A, we have S also as a relation. Then what is the option? What is the option we have to choose? R and S both have come from A cross A only. Initially already I told you, if we have said the Cartesian product will be ordered pair and the relation will come from this ordered pair only. So this R is a proper subset of this A cross A. This is already given in the question. Now S is also coming from this A cross A only. This ordered pair will come from where? Any relation will be belonging to A cross A only, that is the Cartesian product. But R is the bigger set, S is a smaller set, or you can say S can be any other set. But it can be equal to R, but it is, what question is suggesting that it is not equal to R, but it is somewhat nearer to R or lower than R or smaller than R. So S will be a subset of R. B is the answer. 18th question. Let R is a relation on the set A 1 till 9 given by X related to Y. This is related like Y equals 3X. Y equals 3X. So x equals, you can also call it as x equals 3 by y. Then relation is, as I told you, just relate through sets or a kind of Venn diagram. So we have 1 till 9 I'm writing here. Here also you have to write 1 till 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now related. What do you see here? X, just see which y is thrice of x. So see, 1 into 3 is 3, relate these two. 3 into 2, 6, relate these two, 2, 6. 3 into 3, 9. 4 into 3, 12. No, it goes outside the boundary. 1 comma 3, 2 comma 6, and 3 and 9. This is the ordered pair. Okay. So D is the answer here. D is none of this, because any of the option which is given in this question is not corresponding to our answer. That is why this is none of these. None of these. Okay. Coming to the next question. Question number 19. Let R is a relation on set A 1, 2, 3, and this is given by R equals A is 1, 2, 3, and relation is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Then R is, this already we have done in the exercises. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. A is 1, 2, 3. Then this relation R is what? So what do you see here? The answer is D. How this is D? All the three options. When it is reflexive, every element is related to itself. So A is related to A, B related to B, C related to C. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is already there. A comma A belongs to R because A belongs to the set A. A comma A belongs to the R. Symmetric. Let us find out symmetric. Symmetric means what? If AB is there, BA should be there. So AB is belonging to that relation. BA should also belong to that relation. So since AB we can take as similar because 1, 1 is already there. So 1, 1 is there. Now just change the position. B is 1. A is also 1. So 1, 1, same 1, 1 is coming. So this is the logic corresponding to 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3 also. Third one, transitive. In transitive what will happen? AB is there in a relation. BC is there in a relation. AC should belong to this relation. AC should belong to this relation. So AB is 1, 1. BC, since B is 1, we have to take B here also as 1. So this B is 1. And since C is 1, because 1, 1 is, only 1, 1 is there in this relation. So we cannot take any other. 1, 1 is there, and 1, 1 is there. So 1, 1 is also there because A and C is also 1, 1. AB is there, that is 1, 1 is there. BC is there, 1, 1 is there. And AC is also 1, 1. And it is also there. So what do you say? It is transitive. And this same logic goes for 2, 2 and 3, 3 also. That is why this is a transitive relation. It is an equivalence relation. All the three are true. Question number 20. A is equal to A, B, C, D. The set is A, B, C, D. Then the relation are A, B, B, A and A, A. On A is. So set is already given here. A, B, C and D. And the relation is also given. One of the comment I got is R.D. Sharma videos, who watches it? So I didn't know what to answer. All Indian class 12th NCERT CBSE guys, this and the competition people, they're watching it. But because I have just 2 or 4 or 5 views, that is only what I get. People are commenting. Anyways, R is equal to this is AB, BA, AA. So now see one by one. Reflexive. Let us check reflexive. Start with the first one. Reflexive. AA, BB, CC, DD, not there. No reflexive. Symmetric. AB is there, BA is there, AA is there. It is symmetric. Yes. AB is there, BA is there. AB is there, BA is there. And AA, as I just told you in the previous discussion, AA is there. So AA is also there. So symmetric. Transitive. AB is there, BA is there. So AA should be there. So AA is there. Symmetric, transitive, both are there. It is not reflexive. Question number 21 here. A is 1, 2, 3, then a relation R equals 2, 3 on A. Now this question, we have dealt with this question a lot, and same concept, let me reiterate. And the concept is A is equals 1, 2, 3, this is the set, and the relation is 2, 3. Now when you have relation only one ordered pair, how to find out? First is A, B, B, C, C is not there. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is not there. So it is not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Symmetric. 2, 3 is there. 3, 2 should be there. It is not symmetric. Transitive. How it is transitive? Because we don't have anything to check. Because there is no third number. What 2, 3 is there. So some 3, 1, 4, 2. No, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2 should be there. So by default, we assume it to be transitive. And we have only one option not to check. We cannot check it. Transitive. So we assume it to be transitive. Question 22. Let R be a relation on the set A equals 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is given by, let me write it here. A is the set 1, 2, 3, 4. And R is 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. So you can see my handwriting. This is the best handwriting in the world. I can tell you, I can assure you that. R equals 1, 2, 2, 2. And 1, 1, 4, 4, 1, 3, 3, 3, and 3, 2. Okay, this is A equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the relation. So now let us check one by one and try to find out what kind of relation this is. What do you see here? Reflexive. Let us start with the reflexive. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. 1, 1, 2, 2 is also there. 3, 3 is there. 4, 4 is also there. It is reflexive. All 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 we can find out. Now symmetric. When 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 should be there. Do we have 2, 1? No, there is no 2, 1. Only 1, 2 is there. So it is not 1, 2 is there. 2, 1 has to be there. AB is there. BA should be there. It is not symmetric. Transitive. Take 1, 3 and 3, 2. You can check any of these. I'm just taking example. Okay. 1, 3 and 3, 2 you take. When you take 1, 3 and 3, 2, what do you find? So 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3 is already there. 1, 3, 3, 2 is better to understand. So 1, 2 should be there. 1, 2 is already there. So it is transitive. So it is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Okay. Next is question number 23. Here A, the set is given as 1, 2, 3. The set is 1, 2, 3. Then the number of equivalence relations containing 1, 2 is. Equivalence relation means what? It has to be symmetric, it has to be reflexive, and also transitive. When all these three properties hold, then a relation will become an equivalence relation. So 1, 2 has to be there. So just write 1, 2. That means, first we'll talk about symmetric. If 1, 2 is there, 2, 1 has to be there because it is symmetric. In order to have reflexive, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 we have to add. 1, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 3. So now it is reflexive and symmetric. And since 1, 2, 2, 1 and 1, 2, 2, 2. First we took symmetric 1, 2, 2, 1. Reflexive 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So now 1, 2 is there. 2, 1 is there. 1, 1 should be there. 1, 1 is there. That means this relation is an equivalence relation. Can we find another relation that is also an equivalence relation? 1, 2, 2, 1. This we have to add because it is being said that 1, 2 has to be there. In order to make it as reflexive, we ought to have certain other thing. But I am introducing 2, 3 and 3, 2. 1, 2, 2, 3 is there. 1, 2, 2, 3 is there. In order to make it transitive, we need to have 1, 3. 1, 2, 2, 1 because of symmetric. 2, 3, 3, 2 because of symmetric. But 1, 2, 2, 3 means 1, 3 has to be there. And since 1, 3 is there, in order to have symmetricity, we need to put 3, 1 also. That is, 1, 3 is there, we need to have 3, 1 also. We have to see the transitivity also. We have to see the symmetricity also. Now let us add the 3, 1 to make it as symmetric. Along with this has to be there. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is because it is reflexive also. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So how many relations are possible? 2. So there's 2 solutions which are possible, which have 1, 2, and both the relation have to be equivalence relation. Question number 24. R is a relation on set Z of integers and it is given by xy comma this belongs to R and it implies x minus y modulus is less than or equal to 1. This question we have already done in our exercise, but we are going to discuss it here as well. So x minus y mod has to be less than or equal to 1. Z are integers. How do we do this? If you can just go to the previous exercise, you will see all the solution I have given it. But let us do it here because the options are basically we have to check for reflexive, symmetric, transitive as well as the equivalence relation. All these 3 we have to check. So let us start with one by one so that we just recapitulate also. Reflexive means every element has to be related to itself. A or A. What do? We just replace y by x. So this x minus x, this is 0. And there is no modulus of 0. 0 is less than or equal to 1. That means it is reflexive. Second one, symmetric. Symmetric means what? We just replace x by y and y by x. So x minus y is less than or equal to 1. If we assume this to be true, y minus x with modulus should be less than or equal to 1. How do we write this? Y minus x we can write it as negative of x minus y. This negative is essentially minus 1 into x minus y. That is minus 1 modulus into x minus y modulus. Mod of minus 1 is plus 1. So ultimately what it is this? This is x minus y only. X minus y is less than or equal to 1. So this is symmetric as well. Third is transitive. X minus y is less than or equal to 1. And y minus z, I'm introducing one more, xy and yz. Y minus z is less than or equal to 1. Whether x minus z is less than or equal to 1. So we have to apply a trick here. The trick is just giving an idea. This is not a solution, this is just an idea. We can very well say that this is not true, it is not transitive. But just to give you an idea, I'm equating x minus y equals 1, y minus z equals 1, I'm adding them. Y cancels, x minus z equal 1, less than take it as now less than equal to 1. Add mod also. So by observation, it seems that it is transitive. So now this is an equivalence relation. It is transitive also, equivalence relation. Question is 25. S is a relation over the set R of all real numbers and it is given by, how it is given? A comma B belongs to S. And what is this S? S, when the relation is saying A into B, A dot B, A multiplied by B has to be greater or equal to 0. Greater than equal to 0. Okay. So what do you see here? S set. Let us start with reflexive. Reflexive, we just replace B by A. So this is A dot B, I am replacing by A. And this is A square now. And A square, any number, square of any number is always greater than equal to 0. Because A is a real number. If I put minus 2, for example, it is 4. So negative will become positive. It is always greater than equal to 0. Symmetric. Replacing A by B and B by A. In place of A, replace B. In place of B, replace A. We are assuming it to be true. A dot B greater than or equal to 0 is true. So A, if it is there, B, A should be there. Now we can again change the position. So this is absolutely equal to the previous one. A dot B is greater than or equal to 0. So this is symmetric as well. Third one is transitive. Transitive means what? A, B, B, C. We have to have three variables. A, B greater than 0, equals to 0. B, C greater than or equal to 0. Then A dot C should be greater than or equal to 0. How do we get it? How do we get it? Now, we multiply these two. We multiply these two. Assume this to be equation 1, this to be 2. Multiply these two equations. A dot B dot C greater than or equal to 0. Now divide both sides by B square. Just divide. What do you get? A dot C is greater than or equal to 0. So you get the C point also. So this is how. This is also an equivalence relation. D is the correct answer. Equivalence relation. Coming to question number 26 here. In the set of Z of all integers, that is minus 1, plus 1, minus 1, plus 1 till infinity, which of the following relation R is not an equivalence relation? So the good thing is we have already done all these 4 types in exercises in VSAQ, very short answer question. So I'm just going to tell you the answer and prove it, how it is. 26th, the answer is A. That is, which is not an equivalence relation. So let me just prove it how it is not an equivalence relation. B, C, D, these questions we have touched already. We have already gone through them. C also we have taken, almost. X minus Y is an even integer. These all are even in this equivalence relation. Let us come to the point here, A. X is less than or equal to Y. Even if you take the numbers, you will find out that this doesn't seem to be an equivalence relation. Let us check it. Reflexive. When we have reflexive, X is less than or equal to X because we are replacing Y by X. So because we have equality sign, it's true, reflexive. Now X is less than or equal to Y. Y is less than or equal to X. Is it true? No. It is not. So if you say that 12 is less than or equal to 11 is less than or equal to 12, is it possible? No. It is not symmetric. Third, transitive. Transitive seems to be right. Symmetric fails, so it is not an equivalence relation. But still, we need to check transitive. Don't stop here. Check for the transitive as well. X is less than or equal to Y. Y is less than or equal to Z. So X should be less than or equal to Z. We assume first 2 to be true. The third, whether it is true or false. Just see here. Let me take a number. It will just say X is less than or equal to Z. Okay. Question number 27. The relation R 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. This is a relation on set 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, if this is only in a relation, then it's clear that this seems to be somewhat identity relation. The identity relation. But what do we see here? 27, the question we have already seen. The answer is this is an equivalence relation. How this is an equivalence relation? Reflexive, every element is related to itself. 1 is 1, 1 1 is there, so 1 1 is there, 2 2 3 3 is there. What is symmetric? Symmetric is, as I just said, the answer is C here. So I'm just cancelling this out. This is just ignore this. Ignore this. We know already, we have done this type of questions already. If we take 1 1 as AB, what will be BA? If AB is there, BA has to be there. So again it is 1 1. A and B, B and A, both are 1. So symmetric it is. Transitive also we have already proved. If 1 1 is there and we assume it to be AB, because B is 1, this other B also has to be 1, and because since there is only 1 1, so AB BC has to be 1 1, and AC is also 1 1. So this is an equivalence relation. The answer is C. Question number 28 now. What do you see here? The relation R in n cross n such that A comma B related to C comma D is defined with certain relation. First of all, it is n cross n. N cross n. That is, we are talking about the natural number. Natural number. And then A comma B is related to C comma D. What does it mean? It means the condition has to be A plus D has to be equal to B plus C. So one by one, let us check. The first is reflexivity. Let us check for the reflexivity. Reflexive means A should be related to itself. Since here we have A comma B, we have an ordered pair. So AB should be related to AB. What does this condition mean? The extreme values have to be added. It has to be equated with the internal values. So A plus B here and B plus A. And what do you see here? A plus B is equal to B plus A. This is a reflexive. Second one. Now let us check for the symmetricity. Symmetric means what? If AB is related to CD, then CD has to be also related to AB. AB is related to CD. CD has to be related to AB. What do you get here? From the first one, you get A plus D equals B plus C. From the second one, we are getting C plus B equals A plus D. And you see, both are same. This is symmetric also. Both the equations are same. Third one, transitive. Transitive, how do we check? We have to introduce one more ordered pair. Transitive is AB related to CD and CD is related to EF. I am introducing one more here. So AB should be related to EF. This is what we need to prove. First two we assume to be true, and third we want it to be true in order for this to be transitive. Same condition we are going to apply. From first, we get A plus D equals B plus C. From here, this first one. From here, what do you get? You get C plus F equals D plus C. C plus F it is. Now we need, what do we need? A plus F equals B plus C. Now since we can add these two equations, because we C, B and C can get cancelled. So A plus D plus C plus F equals B plus C plus D plus C. DD cancels out, CC cancels out. A plus F equals B plus E. A plus F equals B plus E. And this is the condition we wanted. And this is the transitivity. This is an equivalence relation. 28th is an equivalence relation. The answer is 28th is C, equivalence relation. Question number 29. And this question we have already seen in the, let me take you to the question number, in this same exercise, same MCQ I'm talking about. Question number 17 in my book. It is question number 17. It is repeated. So let me just go past it. 30. Which of the following is not an equivalence relation on Z? Z are integers. We know that. Z are integers. So which of these are not an equivalence relation? Since we have already done this much of question, we can easily say which is not, which is yes or no. 30 answer is C. A related to B. A is less than B. This is not an equivalence relation. Let me prove it also. Let me prove it here. The first is reflexive. Reflexive is A should be related to A. A related to A means A is less than A. No, A cannot be less than A. It's not reflexive. So it is not equivalence also. Check for the symmetric also. A is less than B. B is less than A. No, impossible. If you say that 1 is less than 2, how do you say 2 is less than 1? No, it is not symmetric also. Third, A, this is transitive I am checking. A is less than B and B is less than C. A is less than C. This we can tell. Yeah, this is absolutely true. So this is transitive also. But it is not this reflexive, neither it's symmetric. So this is not equivalence relation. C is the answer. Okay guys, this is all about this MCQ. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.